2 times. 2 times. A lateral for a touchdown has worked. 2 times. That's incredible. The 2 times it's happened. 1 time, the team that lost and completed the lateral missed the extra point. The team that lost this time was the team on the receiving end of that lateral, and they missed the extra point. But it wouldn't matter anyway. The field goals wouldn't matter. Gostkowski, he's one of the reasons. The field sucked. All right? Let's go down this list. The field sucked. Gostkowski sucked. Gronk should have been there. Why do we have Gronk playing at safety? Throwing another guy. I don't know what else. Maybe the fact we should have been better on a lateral. It's a lateral. Can't you just tackle the ball carrier? You know, like you're supposed to? The Chiefs were going into overtime. They had missed a field goal. And we decide to blow up at the last second. Just utter embarrassment. What is it? Do we get a Miami flu? Is there something in Miami where we can't win? All right, so now we're 9-4. We have 3 games left. We have the Steelers. Luckily, the Texans lost. That saved us. Texans don't lose. We're in the 3 seed. We're in the 2 seed, and we're lucky to be there. Because of Houston's loss, we're still in that 2 seed. All right, let's run down this entire list. Kansas City was tied at the end of their game. Yet, for some reason, we don't look at that score and get more motivated. We just decide to collapse. And we're going into Pittsburgh next week. Hello? They're not doing very well. And I don't want to lose to them. Because that means we're not even in the 3 seed. We're in the 4 seed. We didn't even clinch this week. All right? And remember, that magic number was 1 last week. 1 win. Over the Dolphins or over anyone else. And we lose to the Dolphins like that? Are you kidding me? You know what? I shouldn't have watched it downstairs. We're like 0-3 here, and when I watched the game upstairs, we're like 8-1. Am I going to have to live that for the rest of my life? Now we can't even laugh at Buffalo for their Music City Miracle mess. And they at least had the thought of, hey, the pass was going forwards. This one, all the passes were backwards, and we couldn't even contend that. We couldn't tackle Kenyon Drake. We couldn't tackle anybody on that last play. 9 lead changes. Up by 5. If we make the extra point, it's still 34-34, and they'd kick it. But if we make the field goal, it's 36. And then they'd have to, there would be no play. This is the first loss we've had where we scored more than 30 points. All our other losses were 20, 10, and 10. And now it's 20, 10, 10, 33. Our 4 losses scores 31, 26, 34, 34. Is 34 a magic number? You happy? Miami? All right, we'll go into Pittsburgh next week. We have to win that. And we have to have Kansas City lose their next 2 to both LA and Seattle. And then we have the number 1 seed, which is a lot harder now than it was if we had actually tackled. Now, if I hear something from NFL football operations saying oh, there was a holding, there was some weird thing at the end, I would just been like, man, but I don't think anything's going to come out of football operation because there was nothing wrong in that play from Miami. The only thing that happened wrong was us not tackling. So we have to go into Pittsburgh next week. We have to win that game. We have to win versus Buffalo, and we have to win versus New York. Luckily for us, Buffalo and New York are at home. So that's good. Now you ruined my entire week. Because all I'm thinking about is how we can't cover on special teams like that. Sure, we had the 2 block punts. But technically, a Hail Mary is a special teams play. And Gronk slipping. You know what that's like? That's like Bucky Dent. Or, I don't know, just utter terrible play on that last play. There have been 2 times that play has been successful out of the hundreds and hundreds of times that play has been attempted. Before today it was 1, and you still had to kick the extra point, which the Saints missed over Jacksonville back in 2003. But this time, it didn't matter. They were up a point. You kick a field goal with 10 seconds left. You think you win the game. I thought we won the game. We had the lead. We had the home run ball. Now, if Gordon had caught it, we probably would have gotten a touchdown, but I'm talking over spilled milk here. We could have run it in for a touchdown. We could have. Hit the nail in the coffin. But we didn't. Out of the hundreds of times that play has been attempted, it has worked twice. Twice. The laterals on a pass play has worked twice. But now, we lost on a play where we had a 99.9% of completing. More than a 99% chance of completing that play without any points being scored. When I saw the clock go to 0, I was like, okay, just tackle the guy. I don't care if you push him out of bounds. It didn't matter if you push him out of bounds or not. The game would have been over. Remember last year with Juju Smith-Schuster? The reason why he wasn't tackled was because they were scared of him getting out of bounds. Because then it would have stopped the clock. You're up by 5. You don't need to worry about clock stoppages. I saw the Redskins score today. It was 40-0 at one point. It became 40-16 by the end of the game. I thought that was the most embarrassing loss of the day. No, the most embarrassing loss of the day was by us. It was the worst loss we have had just because of that play. Not the loss to Detroit, not the loss to Tennessee, not the loss to Jacksonville, not the loss in last year's Super Bowl, not any other loss. Because of that play, it is the worst loss in the history of the New England Patriots. I kid you not. It is the worst loss in the history of the New England Patriots. Worse than the 31-0 thrashing given to us by the Buffalo Bills back in 2003. This was the worst loss in the history of the New England Patriots because of that play. That game should have gone a lot differently if we had done things right, if we had kicked the ball correctly, if we had... I know we had no turnovers, so that's a positive. Okay, that's a positive. And we had 2 blocked punts, so that's a positive on special teams. But the fact is we lost in the worst possible way imaginable. And now we can have, at maximum, 12 wins. Kansas City's at least getting 12. Let me check something. Here, I'll check after. If not, I'll redo this entire video if they lost. But I think they did win. So Kansas City would get 2 games up. And a win over the Chargers would pretty much seal it. And you want to go to play in air? Where do you want to play the Chiefs? In New England or Kansas City? I know where I'd like to play them. Do you? The missed extra point would have done nothing. The missed field goal would have done something. All right, that's Patriots fan reaction. I know I haven't been uploading a lot. It's just kind of been... It's nothing really to upload about, I guess. I didn't feel like doing it. After the Tennessee game, I don't know why I didn't do one after that, but this game deserved it. This game deserved a reaction to that. Next week, something will probably happen weird. A weird fumble, catch, something. I don't know who it's going to go for. It seems like these games always end up weird between New England and Pittsburgh. Seems like Miami is just the worst place for New England. It's like Miami and Denver are the worst 2 places for New England to play. But at least they've won the past 2 years they played in Denver. Tom Brady is 7-10 in Miami. Tom Brady is also the New England Patriots this decade have a total of 4 wins. 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2016. They have 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018. 4-5. Or 4-5. Okay. 4-5. Read these. They're 4-5. How? How can you be 4-5 against one team in one city? I know that, yes, we haven't lost to Miami at home since 2008. I know that. But the NFL never schedules a home game for us against Miami late in the year. They always schedule a road game. I don't know why. They just do. Look at the times we've faced them at home. Week 7, Week 4, Week 2, Did we face them Week 1 year? No, we didn't. We faced them 1 year, Week 17, but we faced them Week 17 twice in Miami. Faced them Week 15, Week 14 twice, and then we faced them Week 1 year. This game shows to me that anything can happen in sports. Anything can happen. But seriously, that? Alright. That is it, guys. Subscribe to my channel for more of these. If I do upload these, I'll upload them once every couple weeks maybe if I want to do one. I might do one on different sports teams. It's just... Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so long. Subscribe for more.